on. Our leader remains Mazi Kanu. Here today we have our beloved to come there, our veteran Chief Chinwetalu Ago is live and direct here on Radio Biafra. Mazi Chinwetalu Chief, we are on to Radio Biafra anchored by Mark Jonathan. The platform is yours, Mark Jonathan. I have to go on mute now.
Okay.
Thank you.
There were Mazi, our veteran. We saw before I go on, please introduce yourself. Who are you, please? So that the whole world is listening. Humanity is listening. Go on, Mazi.
Chief Chinwetalu Ago oke mmiri na-ezuru ọha wan amaokwe ude zuru mba ogbunike omerewu obi aṅụrị Lagos Obong Ufuru Nsugbe one of Nsugbe, veteran actor with 1,062 productions since 1981, 89 awards, biggest records by any actor in the whole world. Ekene Muno, Agoyamokwe, the local government area. Ekene Muno.
Welcome to the program. Because this is Radio Biafra London. This is Radio Biafra House of Service, but coming via Radio Biafra London. We saw what really happened the other time, because many of us watched with with sadness, and we are horrified that day, because we watched it online about how the Nigerian military, how do I say, is it kidnapping or manhandled you? Please, can you tell us in a jiffy what really transpired that day, please?
Arụchara m ọrụ film na Asaba na gazi Enugu n'ọbụcha ka ndị ọbụcha mmadụ n'Ọnịcha ndị Ọnịcha were jupu.
Can you also maybe transform to English after we come to the Igbo version, so that the whole wider world will be listening?
Okay, I finished a movie shoot in Asaba, going to Enugu, then decided to drop somebody in Onitsha. At Onitsha, the faces I saw were not good faces, hungry faces. So I decided to buy them bread. I told them to line up because I knew they were going to mount in population. I was sharing them personally, 4 persons to 1 million loaf of bread. Then the medium loaf finished. I told the woman who was selling bread, let's have the big ones. I started sharing 8 persons per loaf. I didn't know when I spent up to above 10,000 naira for bread when these soldiers came. They shot in the air to scare people. People scattered. But I stuck to my gun. The thing was getting rough when they now said, join us in our car. The car was a Sienna. I said, can you tell me my offense? He didn't tell me. I said, I have to be told the offense. If I have offended the law, you let me know. If I have offended the Constitution, you let me know. They refused. Then I refused to move. When it became serious, I sat down on the culvert. They continued. I laid down. So they dragged me. In fact, the costume I wore, color of a Biafran flag, was torn at the neck. My wisdom told me, okay, submit, follow them, so that there won't be injury. Then I got into their car. My boss was parked, not quite outside the road. I joined them, and they took me to Army Barracks Onitsha. Over there, their senior officers, maybe who sent them now, saw me. The key Oga was looking at my costume sarcastically, so I knew this was the contention. When he was asking, I said, "What you're seeing me wear is written, is designed rise and sword. Nothing written at all. Rise and sword." So it didn't. The argument we were making, they were not catching up with my intelligence. So he said, "We'll move to Enugu." He brought jeep. This jeep, a soldier was at my right armed, left armed, two behind. Then him, the leader, was in front. I don't know, maybe with a pistol. But by that time, they had seized my phone. So I wasn't having my phone. We moved to Enugu. It was a long journey. At Enugu, he handed me over to some generals, about 3 generals. Who now took me to their office, its 2 division, set up a table, then camera. 3 of them were asking me questions. They gave me a seat, asking questions I was answering. There was nothing they didn't excavate from my phone in course of their investigation, but I convincingly answered all their questions because.
Okay. Let's keep it there before we go on. Now, please, to listeners all over the world, this is Radio Biafra House of Service coming to you through Radio Biafra London. My name remains Mazi Jonathan Chinedu, and we are here with our actor, our Nollywood beloved actor Mazi, Chief Chinwetalu Ago. Now, my question there is, did they ever tell you that wearing this color, wearing Biafra color, is a crime?
They couldn't open their mouth to say that. Because what was at stake was you could not pinpoint either against the law or against the Constitution. So it was difficult for them to say. They were just trying to make me know that they were against the 3 colors, yellow, black, and green. So they didn't spell it out. It was because it was risky to tell me this was against the law when it wasn't against the law. So they continued their question. I was answering the question they were.
Can you tell us, maybe, if possible, what type of questions they are asking you, please?
They were asking, do you know the security situation in the country? I said, yes, I knew. But we cannot, I cannot establish where it relates to the costume I was wearing. Costume I was wearing is not an offense. So tell me actually your grouse. They were hovering. It's not difficult to label me whatever when it was just a costume. People are still wearing different things they like. No clothes you're wearing is against the Constitution. So it was the assignment was difficult. So they were just talking generally about the security situation. Do I know this? Am I not as an elder supposed to help? Bring peace in Nigeria and all that stuff? In fact, it was the investigation was about 9-10 hours, but they couldn't fish out anything. They couldn't pinpoint anything. So in the night, they took me to one of their rooms where they arranged for my sleep, and I told them since I had ulcer and diabetes, I wouldn't eat anything pepperish. So one of them, General Gide, arranged my food, but Gide tried. He served me like a servant. So I ate, I went to bed. In the morning, Gide prepared my breakfast.
Sorry, let me ask you. Sorry, we'll be interacting. The place you say you went to bed, what is the condition of that place, please?
No, very good room. Air condition, very good room, TV. I saw a mark of respect in the room they arranged for me. Mark of respect.
Okay. But they didn't really tell you. They are asking you, do you know the security situation in Nigeria? Did they tell you that that color is the cause of this? It
was difficult for them. That's what I'm saying. They were careful not to fall into trap by saying what is not in the Constitution. They were careful. So they didn't mention it. They went into many questions, but they couldn't say, this is where this thing you are wearing has offended the law. They didn't say that. Yeah.
Okay, for your information, Mazi, do you know that they have not even only the color or the shirt or the flag? Do you know that they have Ariwa House in Kaduna State? Do you have an idea? It is a center for research and historical documentation under Ahmad Bello University in Zaria, located in Kaduna State. Ariwa House, with their color and coat of arms boldly there. Do you know also that they have Oduduwa House in Ahmad Bello Way, Bishop Oluwole Street, Victoria Island, Etiosa LGA, Lagos. Now, as we are talking, is there. With their flag, with their coat of arms, with Oduduwa House. Why is it then that anything Biafra is an anathema? Please, if you may. What do you think about it, as far as your ordeal is concerned?
What you're saying is your comment. That's the problem Nigeria has. Dubious standard. Dubious. Double standard. Even in governance, is a double standard. What you want to apply to the north, you want to apply to the east or south, and so on and so forth. We all know that. That's the problem we're having.
But why then? Why you know you are an elder? Why then are our so-called old men? I call them old men, but they wrongly call themselves elder. I refer to you as an elder because you know all these things and you are acting.
Yeah.
But others, I take them as old men and women. Why they know all these things? They want us to continue living like that. What is wrong? What is the problem, according to your own view?
Chinwetalu knows Chinwetalu very well. Highly principled, a lover of Biafra, who has been praying for Biafra to come to state, because we cannot continue like this.
Of course.
I've sent posts to Facebook almost all the time that same way God rescued Israel from the hands of the Pharaohs, that God will rescue Biafra from the hands of Nigeria.
You see?
I do it in prayer. I send in Facebook all the time. If you read Facebook, like the soldiers in Enugu, the DSS in Abuja, they all excavated my phone and they saw all my messages that I am one of those who believe it may just take little time for Biafra to come. We are God's people. We have not offended anybody. We don't ask for your own. We just say, leave our own for us. So I have two weapons: prayers and Facebook messages about our people, Biafra, South, East, and all that. That we will come on board one day. Yes.
Okay. What can I ask you this?
Jonathan, can I ask one?
Okay, go on, please. Go on.
Yeah, our veteran, Chief Chinwetalu. I just want to ask, among the three generals, was there any Biafra there? That is number one. And secondly, like Mazi Jonathan asked, Yoruba have their own, or Arewa have their own. As a veteran after the war, why was it impossible for you people, veteran, or for Biafran to come together and have our own house, probably in Enugu, because Enugu was the capital then, or Calabar, or any other place? Why didn't they try to establish such a thing?
No. I'm just an actor. By the grace of God, today a veteran who has acted for 40 years. Those you should ask such questions are those who are in government. I'm not in government.
Of course.
I'm not in government. Okay. I am in private practice, then carrying out the cause of Biafra.
Thank you.
I don't have influence like a governor or a government official, no.
I understand. Okay, now what?
Okay.
Do you want to come? You want to say something else?
Was there any Biafra there? No, just I want him to clear the three generals. He said Jide from Ododowa, and he said was there any Biafra or Southeast, whatever, coming from Biafra that was among the three generals?
No. The people I dealt with, I interacted with Nigerian soldiers. This is 82 Division Nigerian Army barracks. Do you expect in Enugu? Do you expect that Biafran will be there?
Thank you. I understand.
Thank you. This your laugh. It means this your laughter means a lot. People that are hearing it means a lot.
In the midst of Nigerian soldiers in Enugu barracks, how do you expect a Biafran to be there? What uniform will he wear?
Okay. Yeah. Okay. Okay. Please, what I want to ask again, because we saw all of a sudden, we saw the other day, but before I go into that, you know, like this Nollywood, mostly promoted or even established and promoted by, let me call it in the Nigerian terms, Eastern Nigerians. You understand? Is there any way people are like you actors, you see what is going on, you understand or you understood, you are still understanding. You people know what we are passing through as actors. Now, is there any way sometimes you as actors of Biafran extraction, what I mean the old eastern region, whether southeast, south, have you ever one day contemplate or used to discuss in any little or big way about how do we change what is happening, the status quo? Or does it mean that, oh, you act, you make your money, live your life, you know, life continues, it doesn't matter? Please, I don't know whether you understand my question.
Your question is very simple. It's very simple. But I don't know, you have a relation who is into music, for example. If you have a relation who is into music, you ask him whether he can use his music to sing anything Biafra. What will be the reaction? Because when you produce music, for example, they are the same thing with drama. You send it to an open market. That open market comprises all Nigerians, Igbos, Yoruba, Middle Belt, South, and so on. Can you use that? Can you use that music to promote Biafra? Do I answer my question?
Yeah, I understand. No, what I'm saying per se, even if you don't call it in your discussions, what I mean about the situation in Nigeria, the marginalization of the old eastern states. It doesn't matter whether you don't mention about Biafra, whether it's sometimes under any of your discussion. I mean you are a group, you are institution, you are group as an institution. Whether you think about it, it doesn't matter. Even if you don't mention of Biafra, say what we are passing through, what this side is passing through, you know, everything. Because I had your interviews even before the episode that happened, which means you have been seeing this. It's in your mind. But what I'm thinking, do you have like-minded fellows like you in that institution called Nollywood that sometimes are so enwekwe ihe nwere ike imedo okwuo zipụ ozi in one way or the other about the the lopsided character that is playing in Nigeria against one set of people. That is what I mean.
It's what you're asking for, or what you believe should have happened is impossible. Impossible. Now, what I passed through, if not that good-spirited Nigerians like senior advocate Michael Zekome, some international lawyers came around, I would have been on my own. Anybody, if you first of all find out whether a fellow actor is thinking along the same line with you. Because as your it's only people who have courage like me that can discuss. But before I discuss, I'll find out if there's someone who is thinking the same way with me. If nobody is thinking the same way with me, I've been doing something. I've been sending message. If you check Facebook very well, you see my anger I pour out almost every day there. But it ends there pouring your anger. You cannot, as an individual, you end up discussing, not as an individual, influence. If inflation is possible, why are the governors not talking? Okay, to whom do you talk? You can't talk to a governor and he agrees with you. Because all the while what they have is in their mind. Have they ever come together to say, let's go and meet a government because of Nnamdi Kanu? They have not done that. And they would like to do it even individually because they believe the government can clamp down on them. But me, I've been doing it alone. I don't want to mix with anybody, so you don't say we are ganging up. But I'm lucky that I have not been able to gang up. That's why the soldiers and DSS, they checked my phone. They didn't see gang up there. They see solo effort, individual effort by Chinwetalu. They asked me questions based on all that. But I don't want to take the risk of ganging up because they can turn it the other way around and see reason to say go to jail. Do you understand?
I understand.
The Nollywood cannot come together and say such a thing. We will be in trouble. So if I do it, we do it face to face. I tell you much I know about the law, the Constitution. But not everybody in Nollywood is educated enough to say, let me go and fight, even if it's mentally, and confront them and withstand them and all that. No, we don't have such a caliber of people in Nollywood.
Okay.
Everybody is fighting for his bread in Nollywood.
Okay. Honestly speaking, some people might be amazed in this type of revelation you are making because it's a mindset. Now, under Nigeria, normally Nigeria is a democratic setting, normally, even if on paper. And the Constitution guarantees everybody freedom of association, normally. But it's a pity that people don't, it's not applied in Nigeria. That is one thing. Okay, this thing you said now, when I watch your interview, one of your interviews on BBC, either Igbo or Pidgin, where you handled microphone, standing up with a group of people when you came out, I saw when you mentioned, when they asked you some pertinent question concerning, some things that, one person was there virulently, even he pushed the cameraman. I don't know whether you remember.
Keep on reminding me. I've granted many.
I know. Okay, because what you said now is now ricocheting in the mindset as is going through my mind. Now many people are also understanding that in Nigeria what you have is fend for yourself. That is the way they have thwarted us, individualistic, because they know that you know, with a group, as an institution, you can do something, but as an individual, you can't do nothing. So when they thwarted the civil society, Nigerian Union of Nigerian Workers Union, they destroyed it. Now everybody is gripped by fear. And also we saw about how some people, actors like you, of Igbo extraction also we are invited in Abuja in order to do Nigeria Unity of Nigeria Solidarity March, or I don't understand what that jargon means. And they are even, bold enough to take photos with Femi Adesina and all what's not. So all these things confirms what you say about fending for yourself, which means go and look for money anyhow you make it. So do you have anything to say more about it, please? Can you, I don't know, it seems you are far from the telephone. I don't know, because I put on the highest volume in your own side, but it's still fainting.
How is it now?
Okay, it's better, I think.
Okay. It won't be easy to find actors who are as courageous as I am, to talk about Biafra, about the Igbo cause and all that. They won't be easy. No. I don't expect it. I don't think we have a second me or third me. They can't do it. They won't agree with you that they are supposed to go and fight for Biafra in whatever aspect. Is it with their money? Is it with their which organization? No. People they don't see it that way you are seeing it. They are individuals. We don't have that, because what you're talking about is political. So those who are actors who like to go into politics, but I know they can go to somebody who is campaigning and take some money to campaign for that person, but they can't do it on the issue of Biafra. Biafra is sensitive as long as Nigeria is concerned. One can go to Ghana, other countries, and talk strongly about Biafra, but not you're staying in Nigeria and you're an actor. You go to talk about Biafra. No, you don't expect that. Circumstances cannot warrant somebody having that courage. To know what to talk is one thing, then to have the courage to say it. Not everybody can be as courageous as a Chinwetalu. I told you, 10, 12 years I was during the Biafra, the South Biafra. Many of them were not born then. So for me to serve Biafra by cooking for Biafran soldiers means that I had picked some courage. I have passed through formative years. So Biafra is not a new thing to me, but many of them who were not born then won't understand it. They won't be courageous as I am today. That's the truth. No, it's a different kettle of fish, because they regard acting not as a tool to work for Biafra. They regard acting as a tool to publicize themselves and see how more money can be made, but not to talk strongly about the issues of Biafra, no. And there's no music.
Mazi, are you still there? It seems somebody is calling you.
Yeah, he's reconnecting. Yeah, they're calling because he told me tomorrow a number is opening airport or whatever, I don't know.
Yes.
Okay, he's back.
Okay, he's back.
You are back, Chief.
No, it seems the network is no, the network.
Call he had before.
No, we are not hearing you, please. Mazi, we need to bring him back. Please.
Okay.
Mazi, you need to bring him. We need to bring him back. No, no, it's not. It's not here back.
Yeah, let me see too.
Don't go away.
Where's B? Now we the society.
The circumstances surrounding the invasion of
we, the indigenous people of Biafra, IPOB, under the leadership of our charismatic and indefatigable leader, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, they give this order again. Say, make every zoo Nigerian flag where there for any establishment be removed with immediate alacrity.
Welcome back, please. Mazi Chief Chinwetalu, can you hear me now?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm hearing you.
Okay. Please, because I want this thing, on a enable adage. No nye rigoro here, oji. Yakpara nko. Because here oji odiro fere. So what I'm asking, because when you are talking about promotion of Biafra issue, but I want to draw your mindset in another way, in another direction, though it's similar. The cause of the agitation, is not always only promoting Biafra issue. Promoting Biafra issue is about addressing injustice. Look, like we are in the same country. For example, you have before somebody, a chap, the cutoff mark for somebody from Imo State to enter Unity School, to enter government school, will be maybe 150. Whereas the same country, you see in, for example, in Castena State, the cutoff mark, they will make it 8 or 10 highest. Things like this. That is why I'm asking. Don't people, think it's not about talking Biafra. No. It's about having reflection. Why is it going like this? Why can we continue being like this? Everybody go and make money, advertise yourself. Even if it is possible, harlot yourself to make money. Kill yourself, kill your people to make money. That is what I want clarification. Don't people of your caliber, people of your of your type, that is actors. Actors are always role models. Don't they sometimes, even secretly, you say, but what do we do? How can we help in order to solve some situations that concerns our people? It's not about coming to talk about Biafra. No. That is, I want to ask, so some people in your group or in your caliber, they don't even reflect and say, oh, there's something wrong in this society. That is what I want, the place I'm going. It's not only about talking about Biafra, no. Do you have such type of people?
I've been talking about myself.
Okay.
Actors Guild of Nigeria has a president, national. Then the state chapters have their chairman. If you want, I give you their numbers. You ask that question. But I cannot drag anybody to come and fight the way I'm fighting.
Okay.
There are many things about the injustice I know. Like a federal civil service, federal government officials, I'm sure there are up to 98% of Fulanis at federal level. 98%. The remaining 2% is shared amongst all other tribes. I know all that. But in my individual capacity, you expect me to go and fight the federal government? I've been talking. Buhari, you're doing this is injustice. You've not done this. You're overdoing this for your people is injustice. I do all that. But I don't know which other capacity. I'm not a governor or a commissioner and all that. No, I'm not Ohanese. There are established institutions we know, but our own Actors Guild of Nigeria is not. It's an entertainment group. It's not established. I don't think anybody can convince anybody. Let us go and talk about Biafra, fight for Biafra. No, but I know as individuals, if you ask them to come to Abuja and take money, they will go. But I'm not there. I'm not even in political parties to come and take money and share money. That's my life. Whatever I do as a sacrifice. I can't go and gather people, come and talk about this, about Biafra. Who do you confront? Let me tell you, what we are practicing is not even democracy. It is militocracy. You know, power of the gun. See the gun people everywhere. Who do you tell in Actors Guild of Nigeria to go and talk to somebody who has gone? It's not possible. So the thing you're talking about, those who are organizers, for example, governments in the southeast, they are organized. These are people who can channel all these causes you're talking about, not entertainers. Entertainment has its risk that if you're not talking something that concerns everybody and making everybody laugh, you won't even, your profession is gone. You won't get kobo. So you should be at the center, entertain people, Igbo, Yoruba, Hausa, and so on and so forth. Not to come and talk about Biafra and expect to be listened to. Which person will listen to Biafra issue in Yoruba land, in Middle Belt, in the South, in the North? We don't have the capacity. It's not even advisable for us to do such a thing.
Okay, I understand. Now let me go in another direction before we conclude. In Nigeria we have Nollywood, and many other people don't even know that we have Kannywood or Kannywood. Now, what is the relation? And why is that a division, Nollywood and Kannywood? Please, can you tell the public?
Put down this record in history that one Igbo man, Chief Kenneth Nnamdi from Umbidi, was selling Yoruba movies. Now he wanted to do movies in Igbo. In 1992, he called on me. Why did he know me? Because I was doing drama on network for other people like Ezebejiro. NTA was the biggest and only television house at the time. Our drama was aired on NTA. I was doing this one called Ripples for Ezebejiro. So in that Ripples, if I spoke English, I spoke Igbo. So the Igbo I was speaking now met Chief Kenneth Nnamdi. This man must be an Igbo man. Go and call him. I went to his office at Additional Street. I'm talking about 1992. Over there, he told me he wanted to do a movie in Igbo language. He was selling Yoruba movies. Man, how do you help me get people who are actors? I told him I knew where they were. And I went and got him Kenneth Konkwo, who played Andy in Living in Bondage. But I did the audition of Living in Bondage for Chief Kenneth Nnamdi from Umbidi. I got the cast, So when he came on board, the movie was shot in 1992. It came out in 1993. That was how we took off. Then went the whole of about 10 years we did in Igbo. So people were telling him that if you do in English, you spread wider. When we did in English, our movies went abroad. It was everywhere, So Kannywood, they told our line. Since this movie was selling very well in the Igbo language, let's do our own up north. They did, their own people joined to watch. In fact, it was only people who were wonderful in their midst that we could bring to join us in our own. And they were bringing our people to join in their own and so on and so forth. So we have Nollywood, mainly of Igbo extracts, then Kannywood of people in the north. So I can't answer anything.
What of those of Yoruba? What do they call it?
Yorubas came out before us, but we became stronger. They don't have such a name. What I know is that we have Yoruba theater. They can carry drama
Yoruba and Igbo, they joined in the act on Nollywood.
If there's any Yoruba in Nollywood, that is with us. Is not they don't have a name for their own, but that Nollywood, they feel they belong there, and they really belong there, because the ones that come, we use English to do our business, you know. But I don't think they have a special name. They don't have like a Yoruba wood. So there's something like that.
Now this thing, sorry. Before you continue, this issue now, it brings us to the same table. If we have a country, whereas like in the United States, we have Hollywood. You understand? You don't have California wood apart. I have a Texas wood or Florida wood or this and that. It's a country because it's a country. But don't that used to bring up a kind of mentality in a country whereby you call, hey, we are a country. Now you have different, instead of having one institution, one cinema institution, the North will take their own Kannywood. Now the South will take their own Nollywood. Now you are talking about Yoruba wood, or So what does it portray? It's Nigeria, which means we are deceiving ourselves as Nigerians. Whereas Nollywood mostly is from Niger, Nolly. Now the Northerners, they remove themselves from that Niger. They call themselves Kannywood. What does it portray? It's what people will be asking, and I've been asking that question. Do you have anything to say about it?
Why do you have a Hausa language, Fulani language, the Igbo language, the Yoruba language? Why do you have that? It shows how large and how large the country is, and how people think they can go on their own without forcing others to come and belong. Okay, why do we do? What is our national language? Where is any local language made national? It's English, a foreign language. That's a lingua franca. So you don't expect the Igbos to have a separate language institution about drama and then mix up with others. It's not possible. We are by creations separatists. Hausa, Fulani, Igbo, Yoruba, Nigeria.
Now, why do we deceive ourselves as Nigerians? Why do we deceive ourselves when we are Nigerians? Why?
Nigeria is built on the foundation of deceit. Don't you know? On the foundation of deceit.
Of course.
How many of you have been president of Nigeria since the creation? How many? Is deceitful foundation, and that's where we're going to continue to have problems if we don't do people like Chinwetalu. They have pitched all this. In fact, what Chinwetalu referred to as the Biafran episode, he wrote a book and said there was a country. We were Biafra. We almost emerged as a country. The center cannot hold. We can never come together in Nigeria as one Nigeria. It's is mounted. It's not practiced. If it's practiced, you should at times see a chief of army staff as Igbo or Yoruba. It should be spread. It should be recycled, circulated. But since you and I, for decades now, the position has been coming from one tribal part of the country. It's not spread. It's not even. The law that should bind all of us is not respected. They prefer to lord it over every other person. You know, check how many times the president has come from the north. How many times the president has come from the south. You know. So if you ask about these questions as a novice, then you got it wrong. You know, it's been there. We all know it. It's becoming established, happening for many years. It's not new. So that's why the prayer is, let us get emancipated, have our own Biafra, and get out of this country called false country called Nigeria. Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah.
I am thrilled, honestly, because your mentality, you know, or your ideology is in line. Because now we see all these things the way you are seeing. That is why I asked you, don't you have people, like-minded fellows like you, that, oh, there is a problem, what do we do? Or how can we in our own little way? Now, in that case,
how many of them are courageous?
Yes, which means all they want, what they want is, oh, they know there is a problem, but oh boy, forget about it. Let go and make your money, and let us live as if nothing is happening. Make your money, be individualistic, do your own thing. You know, it keeps me. When you are saying this, let me tell you, even younger generation, they will be shaking, because it's just like, oh, we know there is injustice, we know we have been living with it, and we continue living with it. That's the mentality of many people. Let us continue living with it and find a way in order to continue living as slaves. That is why there are no other or little other like-minded fellows like you. That is what maybe the listeners, what they might be thinking about. So in this case, before I invite you for your closing remarks, I don't know, Mazi, okay, when he just so that
Mazi, one lady so we appreciate our beloved brother, comrade, and veteran. I don't know, but as time progresses, I pray that whenever we call upon him, he will come up and do the needful.
Of course.
Chief, Chief, and a good night from my side. Mazi Jonathan, conclude from your end. I will bring the other person.
Okay, Mazi, Chief, I don't know. Before you make your closing remarks, I will tell you and assure you that Biafrans, we are watching over you. We are very happy in the courage you displayed. These are people like you. These are people we call elders, not people that go. You know, when we see our so-called elders going to bow down, going to Sokoto, and we see them, they lie down. They lie them down like children. I'm telling you, people like me, or they can may explode and just die, finish. How can these people? So, but when we get somebody like you, courageous, even
my house, the invasion of the home of His Royal Majesty is Israel.
In the face of intimidation, in the face of death, you are courageous. You don't know what you don't know the people you are motivating. You don't maybe you don't all over the world. You don't know, but I tell you, you continue. We are watching over you. So I don't know whether you have your closing remarks so that we continue. We close and continue. Over to you.
In my my closing remarks, the thing expected, the thing you are demanding can only come from governors. If governors don't take the first step of organizing people to say this is our course of action, what you're expecting from individuals in Nollywood cannot work. All of them are looking up to the government, the governors, to know the direction they are going to form. If some people see, in fact, some people go to government house to take this and that. So such people, how can you be in the forefront of governors to say let's organize this for the Igbos, for Biafra? No, it's an anathema. It's awkward. You expect your governor to take the lead and say, let's meet at so place and marshal what we're going to do. Not the individual to say, government, come, let's marshal out what to do. No. It's only people like me that can be solo fighters wherever I am. And the sacrifices that come along the my strategy is that I don't have to go. I won't go to a government house to say, give me this. This is a sacrifice. Because if you go, they will ask you, why are you federal government?
Yes.
You know. So I better forgo whatever can come from a governor than to expect from a governor. In fact, go to governor, get something, and then say I'm fighting for Biafra. They think it cannot work because the governor has been cowed. Just like you're talking about who goes of them. I mean, making it all David Umahi. No. You cannot expect something from people like that, and you still go and organize something to the benefit of Biafra. There will be a conflict.
Yes. Can I come in here before you go? You raise a very pertinent matter, which I will. Don't go away, please. Before you go, you said these governors should lead. Yes, normally in a normal country. But let me tell you one thing. You know, you are an educated person. You go and research about European revolutions, including French Revolution. Revolutions start from the peasants, from the people, because you cannot expect the people that are benefiting from the misery of others, the millions, the few that are benefiting now. You tell them they are the people that will rise up. It's the person that are being beaten that you cry. You don't expect somebody that is beating somebody, you are beating me, you are crying. It doesn't happen. So, there is this mentality. That is why I want to correct it before you go. Like Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is an ordinary person. He never held any office, political or even government work in Nigeria before. But he started something because revolutions are led by one single person or a group of people. Go and also study the Cuban Revolution. Started by ordinary person, Fidel Castro. He was an ordinary person, ordinary among the masses. So let us. There's this mentality that we have mostly in Igbo. That we have to start it. Is the governor that should start this? It's impossible. It doesn't happen. If you are expecting all these political elites to start something to better your lives, we are in Klakuka land. It is the people that are suffering that should rise up. That is revolution. From down, they rise up. We first. You see now they are doing meeting this and that. Why? Because of the agitations of ordinary people. Ordinary people. Once people are, this ideology is being sold to the people. Now you see people catching fire to burn those intimidators. That is the people you call the governors. It is them now that by force they must do the will of the people, or something will happen, something sinister will happen. It is done all over the world, and our place will not be exceptional. That we should be expecting governors that are, how many they can loot in a day with only their big billions, because they feel that. Look at how they are rounding themselves up with fiery looking military men and women. You know, why? They are being protected from their people. It's not normal. All over the world where we reside, somebody like a governor, you can be in a coffee shop with him. He doesn't go with any security personnel, nothing. It's just like ordinary person. But in our own case, because of one of the reasons is because of the mentality we have. We call them God. They are not gods. That is the issue. Ordinary people like us, that is why we are fighting, because we see life, we see the world, we see how things are done. Now, when we come in on our land, we see we are living in a very primitive place. That is why we are doing what we are doing. So I don't know. You continue.
Do you know that Nnamdi Kanu has his orientation from a civilized world? That's why he's still carrying a British passport.
Of course.
Orientation from a civilized world. These people are talking about down here, are they not fighting for hunger? How would they have time to behave like Nnamdi Kanu? Nnamdi lost father and mother in the course of fighting for the Igbos. Which poor man in Southeast or Africa can leave the fight for stomach, for hunger, to go around?
That is the problem. You know Che Guevara. You know the legendary Che Guevara. He came to Africa to fight.
It's only in Lagos. Hey, it's only in Lagos that people can muster courage. Like the NSAS thing. The NSAS thing, we just joined when it got to a crescendo. We didn't start it southeast, south, and so on and so forth. We just bumped into it because we had seen a zenith they had achieved in places like Lagos. Lagos always starts, followed by Abuja, then it spreads around. That's what we have been seeing. Like even Abiola episode. It started from Lagos, then spread across the other parts of Nigeria. Before down the line, people mustered courage to come and join. So the basic problem for our people is poverty fight. How do I eat? People who are asking how do I eat are not asking how do we pay school fees. But the school fees is not there. Even though we deserve a free education, with the trillions we are borrowing, we can afford paying school fees for our people. You know, so this fight is beyond the reach of the common man because he's thinking about his stomach first. You know, not people like us who can afford to say, like me, the bread I shared in Onitsha was just one out of 1,000 examples. I shared bread even 3 days ago. I like relating to the poor because society is not complete without the poor. You know. But the way the audience table is now, please, let's channel our grievances to, like in a state, the governor, government circle. Before you can even talk about Abuja, face your own governor before you can face the president.
That is what we are doing also.
Locally.
That is what we are doing.
You see? So let's not blame, say, actors or those who
we don't blame nobody. You know what we are doing, like what we are doing here on Radio Biafra, is to enlighten people, because people that are enlightened, even if they are hungry, they have dignity. I'm telling you honestly, enlightened people participate, because you can get a food, you can give somebody bread now and he eat, and within 24 hours he is hungry. But what we are doing is something that will be sustained for over and over and over forever. You know, not to give people, you know, yes, helping, yes. But what we are saying, like this, your mindset, it is something that should also instigate others in order to start doing something. You start doing something irrespective of that is why, as you say, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, you know, he started this, and now look at, you know, at the early time he was being called all sorts of names, a scammer, a this and that, a this and that.
Yes.
But today, what is happening?
Even Jesus Christ was castigated. But keep on doing it. Don't look back.
Of course.
It's God that will pay you in that kind of a situation, not man. Keep on doing it. I've kept on doing my own. Have you heard I built a story building for a widow who for 7 years could not see where to sleep at Christmas?
See?
I started with my money, then got to Dekin when the Chief Mike Adenuga of Glo called me, gave me a contract, advert contract. The money he gave me, I used 7 days now to complete that building. The woman now has a home from grass
That's very good.
to grace.
That's very
So
good.
when I do such things, I expect people to be inspired, to take a cue. I don't go forcing them. I don't go say, hey, I do this, I go and do them. No, I don't. What I expect is when you watch me do, you see it's something very important for you to do. You know, I lay example.
No, we
Laborers,
congratulate you.
You know, I talked about giving bread, but I give laborers work. In fact, that building I constructed, I was going to Enugu to pick laborers to transport them to my village Amokwe, to be working every day or every week until that building was completed. Yeah, so I'm interested here and there, but I don't gang up. I don't want any government authority to say you ganged up, you pick these people to come and attack us. No. If I do, then come and accuse me how I've attacked you. Do you see it now? Laborers in Enugu know me. Igbo, Hausa, all that. Yeah, so that's the angle I'm seeing all these things. I don't want to go and influence anybody by force to come and do something good. No. And God pays me. God pays me in all I do. Yeah.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
We are very happy and for coming on in this platform today. And we expect from time to time, if time permits, we can also call you to come back and give inspirational speeches, because personally we call you a real elder, a real one, not all these ones that they appease, appease bait. So they will Mazi Chief Chinwetalu, they will. No more. Yeah, well, as one good night. Thank you.
No be worker. Worker tenga. No be worker. Worker tenga. Rising sun.
The sun must rise.
More than every day.
Thank you. Remain blessed and watch over yourself. And we are watching. Chuko Kiabiama be with you. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Welcome back. This is Radio Biafra House of Service coming to you through Radio Biafra London. We have had the courage of our one of our actors. Though I see when you talk with our people, you understand the mentality, and that is why we need to educate our people. It doesn't matter. Listen, you see these people that call themselves PhD intellectuals in our land. When you speak with them 101, there are some things they will be saying, you'll be laughing inside. Our actor Mazi Chinwetalu is a very courageous man, 1 in a million. People cannot do what he's doing. It's understandable to be in that zoo and be talking about Biafra. It's not an easy thing. For you to understand, they put a lead. I tell you, they have Arewa House in Kaduna standing now. They used to have meetings there. They have Oduduwa House. But why is it that when we talk about Biafra, it's anathema? They are look at the quota Minister of Justice, Malami, saying the whole problems we are having in is Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. And the problem is that it's not all those things that even pains me. The worst thing that pains me, and I know every Biafran, is how our so-called elders and politicians are complicit in making sure that we are completely subdued. It baffles me, honestly, in the name of Nigeria. You know, the words of Mazi Chinwetalu, it makes me more determined. And I know all of you hearing my voice today, because they have turned our people into fight for yourself. Don't mind any other person. Division. Do you see the reason? That they cannot even stay as a group. They will term them that they are gangs. Can you understand that? Do you understand that? It is really, we are in a mess, honestly. They want to kill all of us. What I mean killing, not only physical killing, although that one is involved, but they want to destroy who we are. Now, do you see how they took Mr. Ibu? Look at how he was laughing like a jackass in that photo with Zach Oji. They tell them, mind your business, mind yourself, don't think about any other person. But in their own land, the Fulani, they can group themselves because they know that once they are in bulk, they will become impregnable. But once they divide us in pieces, oh, you are a comedian, do your thing, don't ever talk about politics, you are not a politician. Do you see how they do it? When you talk about the marginalization, when you talk about the injustice, they call it entering into politics. Do you see how they deal with us mentally? Now everybody now is engaged, focused on making money. Anything you can do. Once you go sell your people and they give you money, it's allowed. When you come, you start brandishing your wealth. You know, that is all that matters. Is all that matters for you. Until you die, now you have made money, build a house for your children. After I continue, it doesn't matter, they become slaves to Fulani. That is not your problem. Do you see how they are destroying us little by little until we reach this time? Our leader came up. Do you see the reason why when you wake up in the morning you must pray and thank God for our leader Mazi Nnamdi Kanu? When these people, when they say something, I start vibrating. Fear grips me. I say, God, so we are heading into perdition. Which country, which people survives individually? Which people survives individually? Talk less of a country like Nigeria, where you are nothing. United we stand, but they make sure that they divide anything Igbo or Biafrans. They make sure that you stand alone. Stand alone. Do you see it? As they called Mr. Igbo, invite him in Aso Rock. So that they know if you refuse, they say, you are among a Biafra. So that they will use him in order to downgrade, to overshadow Mazi Chinwetalu. Everybody is individualistic. When they will be used is only during election time. You see them. What matters for them is only money, making the money. Though some of them understands the situation, some of them understands the marginalization, but they feel powerless, that they can't do nothing. That is the worst part of it. That is the worst part of it. Go and study revolutions all over the world. Ordinary people. Look at NSAS protests. Was it started by governors? Was it started by senators? No. Because the people that are holding the status quo are these politicians. They are the ones suppressing everybody. NSAS protest was started only triggered off by a video by somebody in Delta State. Just a boy. Whether that boy is still in jail or they release him, we should know. We should know. He videoed from his apartment, from his house. Police brutality. They shot and killed a boy, dragging him, his corpse like a log of wood, without no remorse, respect. They killed an innocent person. Now, he posted it online. People started asking questions. Ordinary people started asking questions. Do you think that a big man care? They will only tell their children, prepare, tomorrow you are going to, your flight is going to New York. Tomorrow, prepare. You are all flying to Heathrow Airport, London, tomorrow. Because they don't want to die. They don't want to change the status quo because they have the capability. They have the capacity. They feel that they can live on anything. They have the money. Do you see why revolutions are started by poor people? Do you understand? But it's a pity. In our own lands, you see people misunderstanding or misunderstandingly thinking that it is when the governor will organize and say revolution, now people will gather. This is a misconception. The mentality Radio Biafra is changing our people before God and man. Our leader is a divine gift from heaven. Because you would have seen most of us thinking in that line. What can we do? It's only governor. This is the way they have been deceiving us right from time. Right from time. Honestly. Now, I don't know. Let me open my lines just for few minutes, so that Biafrans will partake and say something. Although I'm expecting other people from other people anyway. But before that, let me open my lines so that people can also call and express themselves. It will not be many or plenty, just few calls, please, before we call it a quit, pending tomorrow by the special grace of Chukwu Kabiama. I will be right back. Welcome back. This is Radio Biafra House of Service coming to you through Radio Biafra London. Our lines are now open so that people can express. Just few calls I want to receive. +1 213 328 6224. +1 213 328 6224. Our WhatsApp and Signal lines is +61 405 142 547. I have already 2 callers standby. Caller on Signal, you are the first caller. Welcome to the program. Can you hear me?
Yes, Mazi Jonathan.
Welcome to the program.
Good evening from here, my beloved brother.
Welcome to the program.
I will just go fast because what you said, few people will be allowed before you continue. My name is Mazi. I'm calling from Austria. I will go straight to the point. Please, I have a little announcement, and this announcement, Lovers of Freedom here in Austria, the IPOB grad is inviting us for an important meeting. All IPOB in Grad. There will be a general meeting on Saturday, 30th of this month, which is on Saturday. Please, if you are an IPOBian in Grad, there will be a general meeting, very important. You must be there. People should now begin to get ready for this general meeting so that we can be able to discuss an important issues that are facing our leader Martin Nnamdi Kanu is in the hands of the enemy, and we Biafrans have sworn that we must make sure our leader will be released unconditionally. Please, the venue of this general meeting in Grad is Cafe Neil. I repeat, the venue is Cafe Neil. Time 6 p.m. in the evening. Please, if you don't know where Cafe Neil is, please call this number 0688 6414 6487. I repeat, 0688 6414 6487. This number is the grant coordinator's number, Mazi. Please make haste to be in this meeting, and as you come, may Elohim Chukwukadoma bless you in the name of Elohim. He said, Mazi, Ekem bread, Keta prison. I want to say a very big thanks to our veteran, Mazi Chinwetalu. This man has been an inspiration to we the young generation to begin to copy him. Because nobody is going to do this thing for us. We have to do it ourselves. If Martin Nnamdi Kanu, we are thinking the way these so-called elders we are thinking, we would have not been where we are today. This is the type of people we call our elders. And we follow him. Mazi Chinwetalu, we Biafrans are watching your back. Millions of Biafra all over the world, we are proud of you, and you are untouchable. Go and ask those IPOBs behind them. The Zoo government cannot near there because they know that if you touch our own, we come after you. May God bless you for what you are doing for people. We are proud of you, and we must continue. Please, there will be no election in Anambra State. We are saying it, and we are not going anywhere about it. From 5th of November, we are shutting Biafra land down if they don't release our leader. This is what we are saying, and we are going nowhere about it. Mazi, thank you for giving me this opportunity, my brother. May Elohim bless you. Thank you.
Thank you. Caller on WhatsApp. Can you hear me? Caller on WhatsApp. Welcome to the program. Caller on WhatsApp. Caller on WhatsApp. Are you there? Caller on WhatsApp. Are you there?
Yeah. I'm here.
Go on, please. My goodness me. I don't know. What is happening? Okay, caller on WhatsApp. Can you hear me? Sorry, I know there is a problem. Wait, just hold on. Hold on, please. Caller on WhatsApp, can you hear me now? Caller on WhatsApp, can you hear me now?
Hello?
Yeah, please, can you hear me?
Okay, I'm hearing you now.
Go on, please, go on.
Yeah, my name is Ogugu. I'm calling from the zoo here. Mazi, thank you for your work. I think our brother Chinwetalu is so courageous, and I respect him for that. He's an elder we have. Yes, but there is a question you ask him about in their group. Sometimes they will talk about the marginalization, what they see in people, But maybe he did not understand the question. Like me now, where I am, I always sit with people. You understand? We are friends. We have DSS. The other time I tell you about our discussion, my discussion with one of the DSS. We are discussing one day because anytime they see me with my radio. You understand? They see me with my radio. I'm talking. You understand? So when we are discussing, if I'm coming like this, they will say, Biafra man, don't come. You understand? That is what they will say. But I don't mind. Upon that radio, we'll be discussing, I asked him one day because of unknown government, how they are doing their work in the East. Yes, sir, against all these forces. And there is other people like me that is not force there. I told the question, I say, Oga, you people are force. You understand? There is police, there is DSS, and there is other maybe the civil defense, man, maybe civil defense. So I say, if tomorrow your Oga serve you a paper that will transfer you to East, what are you people going to do? If any of you fall into that, they don't talk. Later, one person just say, okay, boss, this your question is, is somehow we cannot talk about it, we are forced people. But at the back, after the discussion, at the back, one of them again come to us. So, see, if Oga come ask and that kind of question, go tell and give him paper, say to go, he will ask him first, Oga, what am I going there to do? Maybe Oga saying that maybe some people are doing riot, one stuff. You will say, Oga, I know what these people are fighting for. Therefore, I will not die that kind of death. I will just hand over the uniform and everything. So, Oga, take. That's what one of them tell me at the back. You understand? You see that some of them know the truth. They know the truth because those people are like maybe the people that are separate, because we do that together, we talk. You understand? So, but
no, so round up people, just few people. 3 minutes is fair, please. Round up.
Okay. Now, in the case of our elder, some people will be complaining now. At least some people will be complaining that this thing these people are doing is bad, yo. And let me take this opportunity to tell these governors, anybody that is listening to this lady Biafra that don't want to repent upon this thing that they are doing to us, you don't want to repent and still following these people. Men, we will not die in it. We will not die in it. All hail Biafra.
Almost hail Biafra. Thank you very much, my brother. We must continue. Please, let everybody keep 3 minutes. At least, at most. Caller on signal, please hold on. Let me try to pick this caller on direct line. No, it's gone. Caller on signal, welcome to the program. Can you hear me? Caller on signal.
Hear you, Mazi.
Welcome to the program.
Yes, thank you so much, my brother. Bread in our viewer, Mazi Chief, Chinwetalu, we appreciate you so much. We appreciate you, Biafrans appreciate you. You've made us proud today, speaking on Radio Biafra and speaking to millions of people. I want to. There's a question that you asked our elder twice. He didn't answer it. The one that he answered that you were making comments after he dropped was about the governors and what do we need to do to checkmate them. You asked him that question earlier, you asked him again, he didn't answer you. This is a wise man. It's a very elderly man. On down, they come on the Oyo tree and they see everything. Or they sit down on the ground and they child. They are this one are the one that can see far away from. He is trying to tell us that these people you call your governors, they are supposed to be leading the liberation of their people, are not doing anything. It's exactly the same thing he answered when you were talking about people in his group. There are people there. He does not want to drag anybody into it. You only want to drag a slave to see this is what you're doing to your people. All his talk that all the talk that he talked this night, they were all beautiful. But for him to be saying the governors is to ask the governors, do you see what you're doing to your people? There is Arewa house. There is Oduduwa house. There is all these things. There is nothing like Biafran house. But you see our governors sitting, watching their people die in penury. He is calling them to make a U-turn. Now when the sun is shining before the rain falls. It's what Mazi was saying. I was listening to him.
He was dragging it. But I know he's pushing because he knows that these people are our target. But he's telling them now, this night, make a U-turn. But I'm not going to say much about this. I'm overwhelmed that we have elders like this who knows what the cost of freedom is all about. Thank you.
There will remain blessed. I have a caller on. What we should understand also is this: somebody like him, diplomatically, because when he here after the following day, agakwa buri again. That is what I see. So I understand the whole situation. But I kept it, because we are all human. Caller on WhatsApp, welcome to the program. Can you hear me? Mazi?
Yes, thank you, Mazi. Yes, thank you, Mazi, Jonathan. Thank you so much. And I thank you for making this comment that you made now. That when he gave because this our father, he's a courageous man. What he did is something that it is rare for people to do. My name remains Mazi Kanu Agwo Budawa. I'm from Kanu, Ohofia, Umuahia province of Biafra land, and I'm here serving the indigenous people of Biafra living in Malaysia as the IPOB National Secretary. Matt, what I wanted to point out based on what our father have said is that I wanted to thank him so much because people don't understand what he did is so spiritual in the sense that he removed a lot of debt from our land. Because if you remember, the day that this event happened was exactly the time that Nigerian army declared their operation and or what? Yes. The same way that they declared Operation Python Dance. So that was a period to go and kill in mass and destroy communities and destroy properties and destroy our youth. So what this father did that day brought the searchlight on Nigeria because he's a celebrity. So what happened that day made the Nigerian army to retreat from the evil that they had planned to unleash on our people. So I thank this our father so much. May Chukwu Okike Abiyama continue to be and protect him. Let him know that we, the people, are behind him. Let him not waver, because everybody that is fighting for Biafra sincerely and genuinely, it is sin. What he is doing is a sincere and genuine fight for the oppressed and for freedom, and he will be blessed, and the posterity will be kind to him forever. Thank you so much.
Mazi, Carlo. I have a caller, or it will be the last caller, please, before I pick. I have people waiting for me. Caller on signal, welcome to the program, please. You have 3 minutes maximum. Mazi Madabuchi, please.
Thank you, my brother. Good evening, my brother. Good evening, Biafrans. This is Stefan Madabuchi, and I'm coming from the Kingdom of the Netherlands. I want to say big thank you to our veteran actor, Chinwetalu, for at least not calling us, at least not, oh my goodness, behaving like we are not all miscreants or whatever. Of course, we bear those names with as badge of honor, but at least this man is saying that the obvious, and he answered all the questions you asked him. People saying he didn't answer this, he didn't answer that. He did, but he's an elderly man. He is a learned man. He's a sensible man, and he had to maintain everything he said everywhere they called him. So kudos to him. And as for the difference of opinion of the direction of his answering the question, only a person who is standing needs a seat. A man who is sitting on a cushion doesn't need a chair. So the idea of people, the governors or the rich men or the Igwes who are now in the payroll of the government of Abuja, they will not look for freedom. Of course, some of them may identify with us, but we see, even when they lock up our brother and our leader, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, the so-called first-class Igwes in Igbo land cannot march to Abuja and say, hey, what has he done that the Fulanis, the terrorists, and the so baptized the terrorists, they call bandits, and the Fulani terrorist herdsmen, what has Nnamdi Kanu and IPOB done that those people haven't done? They cannot do it because they are beholden to the oppressors. And now, the same people, the governors, the Igwes, and some clergymen, they are seeing that Biafra land is being decimated, is being militarized, is being under siege. They have been bombing all, shooting in all. They went to what's this name of the village they went to last time? Izombe. They went to Izombe and they just depopulated our people, just scattered our people away, killed our people, burnt everywhere. They went to Olu, they went to Njaba, they went to Ohafia, decimating our people. They went to Anambra, Ihiala. They went to Okija. What have we done? And no people can raise a delegate and go and say that this cannot be on. So what we are saying is that it is time the so-called members of parliament, senators, and the House of Reps from Biafra land is so. I'm not nobody to say it, but our leadership must be looking into the time to say, if you must be there, go to Abuja and leave. Don't come back home, because it's time they resign and say, give us a referendum. After the referendum, if we will be federal parliament members or senators, we know by that time. You cannot be going one way, a few of you, 1,000 of you, and millions of our people are going the other way. You cannot work in this day and age. So what we are saying, like you said, about the Arewa House and the Oduduwa House, and our leadership, political leadership and traditional leadership, they don't say anything about that. Why can't you claim what you own and then ask them, is this still one Nigeria? Of course, we know it is not. And therefore, this is why IPOB has come and to restore our dignity, indeed, as a people. And that is where we are. So thank you, my brother. I see you have not more time.
Thank you, Mazi. Thank you. Remain blessed. Please, Mazi Ugochukwu, hold on. I have people online. Mazi, okay, foreign. Can you hear me? Please, the microphone is yours.
Yeah, Mazi, I can hear you once again. Good evening. Yeah, good evening. I remain a chronic. Mazi, before I bring this our media to give us a comprehensive report of what is happening now here, Mazi, Sample Masters wrote me, maybe we'll schedule the interview probably between tomorrow and next. I'll keep you posted, but we must do it before we can start. Something came up. Please, our media, Mazi Yagazi from Obu, can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you, Mazi.
Thank you, my brother. Good evening from here. You are on to Radio Biafra, anchored by Mazi Jonathan. You are live and direct. The platform is yours, please. Mazi Jonathan, over to you. Go on mute.
Go on. Let him go on, please. Welcome, brother. Welcome to the program. Please give us a report of what is happening, please.
Yeah, good evening from here. I am reporting from Biafra land. My brother, what is happening in Biafra land for some time now, since after the NSAS protesting now, it has not been easy. Presently, as I'm speaking with you now, soldiers numbering over 300 is at Ohafia presently, in Amango, Ohafia. The idea, as I'm talking to you now, so it's 26, being Tuesday, of this October, they have been in Ohafia. The mission they come is what I can't clearly tell, because there is no problem in Ohafia. There is no war going on there. But they came insisting that the youth of that Amango should be arrested, that they are coming for them. So our mothers there, our fathers there came out asking what have they done to warrant such request of their youth. They said that is order from Abuja, that they needed them all. And our mothers
they will just give orders and go to a community in Biafra land, take all the youths. Is that what you're saying?
They came to Amango Ohafia to arrest the youth. So our mothers there came out in mass and was asking them what brought about arresting the children. They said they have order from Abuja to come and arrest them, that there are people that they are looking for in that Ohafia. So our mothers are telling them that there is no war in Ohafia. Amango Ohafia is peaceful. So since Tuesday till now, they kept our mothers on hostage. As I'm talking to you now, if there is any way to verify it, you find out that there is no single youth you find anywhere in Amango Ohafia.
What do you mean by keeping our mothers there hostage? Do they take our mothers there, our women there?
They kept them on hostage that if they didn't produce their children, the youth, that they will not go in, that they will remain with them outside until they see all the youths. So our mothers have been sleeping outside with the soldiers, both our elderly men. So we, the youth, have scattered in different places. As I'm talking to you, our mothers are still outside since Tuesday, 26th till now. And the soldiers refused to go. They came with both their armor tank, they came with healers, and there are more than 300. So I want to inform the general public and to put the word on notice, because there is an inner information that has said that the people came with a motive that they want to incite war in Ohafia so that they can use that there to Kanu jet to begin to bomb and decimate the people there, just like what they do in Zoba, Imo State, in Olo, in Izoba. Similar thing they did in Izombe. That is exactly what they want to do there. And if you remember, sometime in 2020, they did the same thing in Obibo, where they massacred hundreds of our youths. And up to now, they have never given account of anything of that nature.
And so these people now, that call themselves governors, they are just pretending as if nothing, everything is okay.
Exactly, and this one that is happening now is in conjunction with the governor of Abia State, in the person of Okezi Bazo, working with an insider that is not worthy to mention his name in this hallowed platform. The person is an insider in Ohafia that is using, is a place that
but was there any problem originally in Ohafia? Is there...
Not at all, not at all. There was no problem, but the information we are getting underground have it that they themselves, the military, the Nigeria governments, are saying that they have ESN camp in Ohafia, and that they have somebody that is doing one thing or the other for them. So they are coming to pick up those people. So I wonder why. Even though if I thought there is anything of that nature, maybe ESN in Ohafia, is it not for the protection of our people that our women can go to farm? The herdsmen will stop killing us. Have the ESN caused any harm? Have they killed anybody? So as I'm talking to you now, the people are there in their numbers, not bring over 300 of them with their healers and their armor tank. So they have kept our mothers hostage for past 3 days now. They have been sleeping outside. It came to an extent yesterday night, our mothers asked our elderly men to go in, that this matter is now for them, the women. As I'm talking now, they are still outside. All the youth have scattered all over. Some are in the bush, some are in the neighboring place, neighboring areas.
Don't mention.
Don't mention where they are. Please, brother. You have to put things straight. Somebody brought these people there. They are the informant from the village. We have to.
That is what I'm saying.
If you don't want to bring the name, you give me the name. I know what to do. Okay. If you don't want to mention that man that brought the name to that community. Yeah. Go on.
Yeah, the communities are Amango in Ohafia. Even the same man was a man that caused a problem that happened in Ohafia a few time ago. That went and planted cameras everywhere to monitor the activity for some people and be reporting to Abuja that led in the killing of some youths in Ohafia some months ago. The same man.
Do you see what I've been preaching?
I know the title, but the man does not watch publication on this platform. But I believe that
I have the name. No problem. After we know what to do. No problem. It's okay.
Yes. So what I'm trying to let the world know, if anything happened to any of our people there, Governor Okezi Bazo of Abia State should be wholly responsible because he gave the executive order for those military to be there. I know how it is, our elderly mothers not to sleep for days now. As I'm talking to you now, they are still outside. The youth have scattered, nowhere to be found. And the military are still there. No war going on in Ohafia. It's a very peaceful area. So their plan now is to use out their Kanu jet to begin to bomb while in the north where Boko Haram and their so-called bandits is disturbing. They cannot. Look at what the other man was saying, that if they declare bandit terrorists, they will do this, they will do that. Then in the southeast where there is no problem, that is where they are intending to bring their jet to come and kill and massacre innocent people, just as they have been doing here for years. So I can't understand it. And it looks as if the world is sleeping. Did they want all Biafrans to die before they will react? Before they will do something?
Mazi, forget about Mazi, listen. Mazi, listen, please. Let us stop talking about the world is not reacting. Who brought the people? Is it not you? Is it not one of Ohafia person? Let us be reasonable.
One of them from the village.
Listen, allow me to speak, please. Listen. Because sometimes I become mad. The way we're supposed to know. How can we be calling the world to do what? Whereas we are the people that are fighting ourselves. Whereas we have most in our midst. Until all these people are being killed and slaughtered, nothing. The world will not do anything. Because they are looking at us as the same thing. It's okay, Zikwa's not the governor. So when you are reporting, please stop, remove this, and the world is not talking. Come on. Remove it, please. Go on what you are saying, please.
Okay. So the point I'm trying to raise on this, most of all these our governors take authority from Abuja. Whatever thing that happened, Abuja will back them up. It's just like what happened in Obi after the whole massacre. They turn up to say nobody was killed. In Lagos, the same thing. They are still saying nobody was killed. That the world know that there was a lot of bloodshed. So they have a kind of federal backup. But this one in question is executive order from Okezi in conjunction with a native of the place, which I repeat that he doesn't want to mention his name on this very platform. But I have his details, both his title, he's a titled man. And because of his dubious activities, the leadership of Ohafia have a kind of drive away the man from that very land. They have sent him to an exile. But he's using governor authority to be creating mayhem in that very community from time to time. He has done it some time ago. The people resisted him by asking him to leave their land, that he's no longer, because he has been creating a lot of havoc in that very community. Amango in particular, because the man is from Amango. I have his details. So that is it. So Okezi Bazo should have a way of sending a very strong message to him, because he cannot be sleeping and keep our mothers on the road, on the street. For how many days now they are not sleeping? Mothers are suffered, and make sure that we are somebody today. At the old age that we should take care of the military are frustrating them for just nothing. Their whole aim is to cause a problem in that state so that they can launch an attack.
You have given the reports. Thank you. You give the reports. You
So
allow
please,
people
let
to
us
make
know
the analysis. Thank you.
Because our mothers cannot keep all
We have had it. We have had it. We have had it. Thank you very much.
It's noted.
Noted. Thank you.
Noted.
Thank you. Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah, thank you. Amaz, good night from here. Remain chronic.
There
Thank you,
there
sir. Good night.
Yeah, good night.
Do you see what I'm saying? Oh, America didn't talk. The world have kept quiet. It used to scatter my head. Whereas we are the cause of our problems. We are the cause of our problems. We know these people. And we cannot kill now. We are peaceful people. I now. It's a pity. Caller on WhatsApp, Mazi, you have been here. Thank you for holding on. You'll be the last caller, please. Welcome to the program. Can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you, my big brother. Can you hear me?
Well, welcome to the program.
Mazi, believe you me, I wanted to drop the phone after listening to that, our brother. You know. But Mazi, I don't know. Mazi, do you know there's something? Mazi, you see, there's something you preach here one day about one of the president of which country, that somebody took it upon his own, where the man was praying and want to go and kill the what country is that again, Mazi?
I cannot remember. I don't know. When you say it now,
I think it's this if I can remember the president of this country, when nearly stabbed him in the mosque.
Okay,
you see,
Mali president, yes.
Mali president. Mazi, I don't think it's only Nnamdi Kanu is ready for freedom. I don't think we are.
No,
ready.
you are right.
I'm telling you.
Before God and man, you are right.
You
are right.
I'm telling you. I've been calculating. I've been reading. I've been checking. I've been.
Now, the United Nations. One person they terrorize in the village. Where youths? Why not marry for that person? Nah, I don't want to hear and the world keep quiet again. Honestly.
If their brother went and take granite in Hawaii, these are the things. Sometimes when I see the video, I keep asking myself, what that is, Mazi, I don't know how to explain it. I'm telling you sometime.
Our mentality is crude mentality.
Mazi, I'm telling you, I'm just asking God, how are we going to? Mazi, can happen, because do you know that if Nima in the market, this bastard will come in the market, start to compare. Somebody take it upon your own. Wherever Yawuri Jebe Joshi, Okame de Joshi, Hawuri Joshi, bastards everywhere. Wherever we got this idiot to Nishidia, sacrifice yourself for we able Nishidia, Yawungodi. Yawungodia. Mazi, I don't know. I just don't know. You know, sometimes when we talk, I say Makino, but they don't know some of the things we have done. You know, the thing that pains me is that so in fact, all animals in Nnamdi Kanu is fighting for freedom. All the other people, we are just wasting time. I'm telling you. How can somebody say like good night from here?
Yeah, well, it's really frustrating. I understand how you're feeling, because I'm feeling the same. Because I cannot understand how one person will be terrorizing the community. Even before the arrival of the military. And I used to see on a Mechana village. Now, some as in the look at that, or they come machine everything. Say, what are we doing, Seth? I got on our own village. I am at the all here, one house or everywhere. One person. They terrorize the whole village. Group of people plan or do something. No way. Everybody. My side ready. Hey, where is America? Why not suya? America be a lora yo guy bichu be on you know when nkwobi I no buy touch shoe I already your ba war jack and kata Ofonyan in my village in terrorize I saw somebody on social media, mom in that community, I wanna buy a sack or a bay, or one number conimo. Banana, ordinary banana ko the person onion agono na agwaga say okay, you need banana, okay, take some, don't do it again. Why do you take it? I'm hungry. Eat. And the buy a back had dike. Onye may get home. A back why you get home that you know many things why God is punishing us, honestly sometimes you become frustrated, isn't that? Yourself what we are doing on our bike, I don't really understand. One person a single person I give me even before anything I plan on a merufuya one way or the other. But you will see people, you will see them going in the night, bowing down for the person, information safe because of crime. People without dignity. Because it's not only that person. Okay, which foot soldiers in the most in the midst of the village. Our people have lost it, honestly. Our people have lost it. If we don't have the courage to do this, I close you. Come on, one Nnamdi Kanu na gal na billions. Minister and I'm
Hashtag we are one family. Indivisible.
Kanu, you must know that my father's name is Israel, and it means a lot. Going forward, there must be guarantees by the international community so that this case can proceed, and I will prove once and for all that there is something fundamentally wrong with the brain of those that run Nigeria, because I will demolish them in a court of law. For now, let me restate my position that I committed no offenses known to law. What they are charging me with doesn't exist, and they know it. I have no weapon. My only weapon is a microphone, and my courage that Chukwu Kabiama gave me. But it's up to those who persecute me to see reason to call their troops home. Let me state also categorically that